See, there's allegories and there's things that many Moorish American Muslims come off the top of their head, which they can't substantiate. My teachers, my earlier teachers, always taught me that if you can't stand on it, don't talk about it. If you can't scientifically and not theoretically, but factually stand on it, why talk about it? So, to say that, I said that to say this. There are many myths in terms of why the flag is red. I've heard things like, oh, the flag was white and then it got drugged through the blood of our forefathers. Morbid stuff like a horror movie, you know. Like they were all bleeding in the open field and they just say, well, let's just drag that in the blood, you know. And the green is for the lively greenery of life. I've never seen in all my, and it may exist, it may not, but I've never seen anything that could substantiate that, of why the colors are red and green. But we do know without doubt or contradiction that it is not a Moroccan flag. We do know that it's a Moorish flag, and we do know that it is red and it has a 5-pointed green star in the center. And the star is not even called a pentagram, it's called a star. It doesn't say it's a 5-pointed pentagram in the center. So we do know that exactly about what he has said word for word about the Moorish flag. We do know in the earlier questionnaire, the first questionnaire, that when they talk about how old the flag is, it says it's over 50,000 years old. But if it's over 10,000 years old, then it's over 50,000 years old. If it's over 50,000 years old, it's over 50,000 years old. It's old. So that we do know. So without creating more allegories and hearsay, we just go by exactly what the prophet has written for us in terms of the Moorish flag. We do know if it's that old that it would more than likely have to be the first flag on earth. But we do know also that the color red has a significance to us. I'm not a colorographist, and the color green has a significance to us, that color within itself, you know. But I would have to confer with someone who studied colors to get a better understanding of what these colors have to do with us. I know red normally means caution, because when you carry pipes on the back of your truck, that's hanging out the truck, you put a red flag back there and say, hey, don't get too close, you may get bumping these pipes and mortar yourself, you know, kill yourself. And green does represent something of a nature color, I would think, you know. So, and as a Moorish scientist, I think we're allowed to science up on things, you know, but make them real, but not attached with spookism, you know. And to me, spookism is something that we would say like, oh, it was white at one time and it got drugged through the blood of our forefathers and it's red. Well, if it got drugged through the blood, why don't you wash it and clean it up again? Yeah, just put it in some Clorox bleach wash it in some soap and wash it and get the blood out. You're going to make it red common sense. I think they want more of that stuff because for many of our people like us, this is so new. It's so new, and sometimes we ask ourselves, why didn't I know this all the time? What was this at all the time? I was really wanting to know more of this, and it just makes more sense. That we often say, well, what else is behind curtain number 7? And what's behind the curtain that's behind curtain number 7? It's more, okay? And if it's not, I'll create some more. Like a brother said, well, see, y'all Moors, y'all not scientists, because if you take a pack of cool cigarettes and you take the word cool and look it back and say, look. Is that science? This is foolishness. Buffoonery is what it is. Well, the flag, there's many flags that fly in the what's left of our country in West Africa, Morocco now. Because as you know, the French came in 1912. And made parts of Morocco, not all of Morocco, parts of Morocco under the French protectorate. And they put a circle around the 5-pointed star. That's their version. Okay, and while the Moors, known as the Berbers, stayed in the mountains and things of that sort, that area, and they kept it the same. It's interesting to know that when the French came in our part of our country in 1912, the Prophet raised the flag here in 1913, the very next year. So there is a significant difference between the Moorish flag and the Moroccan flag. The Moroccan flag, the French called their flag the Moroccan flag, the 5-pointed green star, a red flag with a 5-pointed green star with a circle around the star. It is not the Moorish flag. Moorish means style of the Moors. The flag that we know with the red flag with the 5-pointed green star is the Moorish flag. And you have to be really specific about how you describe, answer these questions, because the Prophet did not leave a stone unturned. He said Moorish, that's what it is. But however, you will find Moors who want their way. Oh, it's the Moroccan flag. No, you can't stand on it. It's not what's in our literature.